Man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. Many times in our life, we think that that just means food, right? If we do a fast, then, we're getting closer to God because we're not eating. But maybe God is teaching you in different ways. Maybe because you've lived in lack with not adequate resources. Maybe that you haven't had a job in a while. Maybe that you have relied on these paychecks or have relied on so many different things in your life, relationships, the certain person. Maybe those things are not evident in your life right now. Maybe you wish you had a significant other. Maybe you wish you had a better job. Maybe you wish that more money was coming in. But did God sustain you? Did God do it? Did you get more in the word? Or were you just complaining? So I'm not saying that God puts hard things on us for us to learn, but in those times, in those seasons where you were single, you didn't make as much money, you weren't reaching your goals as quickly, did you not rely on God? Did you not go to that garden, that secret place with the Lord? And maybe what God was teaching you in that season, or maybe the season you're going through right now, is that man cannot live by bread alone. And maybe he's not using just food. Maybe he's using your resources, your time, your singleness, whatever it may be. I just want you to put that into perspective, that, I used to think this was always about food. And then I realized, hey, there's so many more other things in my life that I have made my source rather than God, or have looked to those things. But since God, in my life has taken some of those things, because the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh, just like Paul said, I can live with a little and I can live with a lot. I feel like God's teaching us how to do that. And if we had everything all at once, maybe we would feel like if something like a catastrophe would happen and hit us real hard, we wouldn't have anything to look back on and be like, well, in that season, God sustained me. In this season, God sustained me. And no, it wasn't by food. It wasn't by money. It wasn't by dependent relationships. It was God alone. So I just want to encourage you today that through your seasons of maybe not being where you want to be, God is teaching you how to not live by bread alone.